You never know when the next storm is going to roll through, and if it leaves you without power, that can be a real issue for you and your family. Comcast wants to make sure you have everything you need if you're caught in a weather event. And here to tell us more about how we can use technology to prepare for and stay safe during a storm is Senior Director of External Communications of Comcast California, Joan Hammel. Joan, thank you so much for joining us here on Live in the Bay.
Pleasure to be here.
Yes, I'm excited to talk about being prepared for a storm. And have you seen weather incidents just increasing over the last couple of years?
We sure have, and I think I would throw in not only just weather, the heavy storms that we got at the beginning of this year, but also fires are something that impact our California communities. Wherever you are in California, myself and my family were evacuated in some of the fires of recent years. So whether it's severe weather events, storms, rain, flooding, those sorts of things, or fires, power outages have become more and more prevalent. So we're looking for solutions to that with technology.
Yeah, and you guys have a solution. And like you said, with technology, tell me what you guys have to keep people prepared and able to stay safe in any of these events.
We're so excited about a brand new product that we're launching. It's called Xfinity Storm Ready. We believe it's the first and perhaps only product of its kind. And what it is a modem. So if you think about that device that's in the home that spreads the Wi-Fi signal throughout the houses or throughout the rooms in your house, it serves to signal when the power has gone out and make sure that it switches over to a cellular network. So normally it's operating on a Wi-Fi network, but when it senses that the power has gone out, it switches over to a cellular backup network and then is operational for 4 hours. We found in our research that the average power outage is about 2 hours. So that 4-hour rechargeable battery keeps you connected to the internet and can be the difference between getting information to loved ones, understanding where you may need to go if you do need to get evacuated, like I was in a fire, any other situation where you need that extra time to gather up documents, understand what the authorities are telling you about where to go, where you can be safe, those kinds of things. So it automatically works. You don't have to do anything. The device is a smart device, so it rolls over to that cellular network and keeps you connected to the internet for 4 hours.
Yeah, you mentioned, being able to get the notifications from the authorities on what you need to do. In today's age of technology and just being so connected, if you lose your power, oh my goodness, I don't even think kids would know what to do today, right? How they wouldn't even know what to do if they can't communicate through their phone. So what do people need to make sure that they can get connected and have this Storm Ready? Yeah,
the Storm Ready device is available for all of our Xfinity customers. You can get that at our Xfinity stores. The beauty of the Storm Ready device too is it serves another function. So when the power goes out, it switches over to the cellular network and keeps the internet running for that 4-hour period of time and then recharges itself. It also, when the power is on, when it doesn't sense there's a power outage, it amplifies the Wi-Fi signal in the home. So I don't know about you, but I live in a what's called a split level home, and so there's some nooks and crannies in the home that don't get as strong of an internet connection. But with this Storm Ready device, it is amplifying and broadening through what we call a mesh network, which is basically just a fancy way of saying it's blanketing the entire home with a really strong Wi-Fi signal. So it kind of serves those two functions for our customers.
So it's not just for a storm, it serves benefits when there's not a storm as well.
That was the intelligence behind the design, is making sure that it was originally designed to serve our customers when there's a power outage. But in building that technology and creating this new device, we thought, well, why not make it a Wi-Fi extender at the same time? So it's a dual purpose device.
Amazing. I'm so impressed with technology. It's like, yes, of course this is going to exist now. So that is incredible. But what are some other ways that people can stay safe and be prepared in case there is a power outage?
Of course. We see wet weather coming in the forecast. So I think anytime you start to see storms, you're looking at the weather, seeing what you need to do. It's good to keep an eye on some of the things that you want to be prepared for. Making sure all your devices are charged up is probably the first thing, whether that's the iPad you might want for your child, your phones, your laptops, making sure that those are fully charged. Car adapters are a great thing to have to charge the device in a car. Solar chargers are a really cool new thing. So you can have solar power charging those devices even when the power is out. So making sure that those devices are charged up, powered up, backed up. Using apps is another key thing. We have so many apps, these little devices that we carry around. Our phones have so much power these days with apps and other sorts of tools, so you can use your notes function to keep track of useful information, numbers that you might forget. I was surprised the other day that there was a phone number that I wanted to use that I hadn't memorized because it's just in my phone, but sometimes when that fails over, you want to make sure that you have access to that. And then any sort of, if there's FEMA or other sort of Red Cross emergency providers, your local radio stations, TV stations, making sure that you know how to access information that's being broadcast to folks. And then I guess the last thing I would say is there's other sorts of technology that are helpful for keeping track of things that sometimes can get lost. I know when I was evacuating that there was so much of a swirl. We had about 45 minutes to get out of the house.
Yeah.
So these tile devices or an Apple AirTag, you can use those for your animals, your pets, making sure that you're keeping track of them, because if for whatever reason they were to get lost in the shuffle, that would be heartbreaking. So I think just using all of the technologies that are available to us to make sure that you're prepared in advance, have the information that you need if you need to be on the go, and then keeping track of all of those things in your life that are so important, using what I consider to be kind of memory aids, you know, things where I go, oh, okay, I can look up and see where that thing is because I've got an AirTag attached to it.
Yeah, if I don't write it down these days, forget it. I am not remembering anything.
Same.
So, Joan, those are such great tips and helpful hints, and it's really all about being prepared. So how can people get to the Xfinity Storm Ready?
The best place to go for a whole range of information and tips and resources, what we've been talking about today, is our California blog. So you go to california.comcast.com. That's california.comcast.com. We've got all sorts of tips, whether that's a public safety power shutoff, which we experience sometimes in the summer months as we're preventing fires or thinking about fire prevention, whether you're looking for ways to get access to the Xfinity app. For Xfinity customers, they want to have that app available so they can get all of the information we're sending to customers, and just a whole range of other tips and tricks to stay prepared and safe, making sure that you're staying connected so that you can get all the information you need, whether it's a storm or fire or some other sort of weather event. So once again, that's california.comcast.com.
Joan, thank you so much. This is incredible technology, and these are great tips for everyone to be prepared. I appreciate you joining us here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.